our good friends at BluePoint are being shut down, unfortunately. BluePoint Studios is a studio that I have known for a long time, specifically because of the remakes and stuff that they made after all this time ago, you know? All this time ago. Back on the PS3 and all that. Like, it's something that, holy moly, don't mind me whipping myself around here. They've been around for a long time. I personally really like BluePoint. I believe they worked on like the old Metal Gear Solid HD remasters for PS3. I believe they worked on the what else? I believe they worked on some of the other collections that they had done previous that we what's it called? That we've gotten in the past, but not just that, but we got the Shadow of the Colossus remake, which was fantastic, as well as the Demon's Souls remake, which was absolutely phenomenal. It's really depressing that this has happened, and to be honest, I'm a little annoyed with Sony about it too. I'm going to open this off with saying that I believe that instead of shutting them down, they should have sold them or just let them go. They never should, not let them go like firing, but let them go on their own way. They never should have bought them, right? They did Demon's Souls remake and then bought them, and then used them for a God of War live service, and that didn't go through, so now they're canning them? Why'd you guys even buy them in the first place? I'm sorry, but that's, in my opinion, unacceptable and really depressing. Now, they bought them back when I think Jim Ryan was still the head of PlayStation Studios. And Jim Ryan was the guy who was starting off this big live service push. And it kind of looks like Herman Hulst, who took over for Jim Ryan, is continuing to push that live service plan. But then again, he's canceled a lot of it, including this God of War live service game. I don't know what they would have done. I don't think it would have been very good, personally. But I think we should get reading through the article. Actually, before then, for those of you who don't know, Herman Hulst, who is the current head of PlayStation, is this guy. When he first took over as head of PlayStation, or CEO, I guess, of Sony Studio Business Group, terrible names, but I had some hopes because I had heard a bunch from him back when Jim Ryan was still CEO, and I thought he was saying some decent stuff. Nothing great, but decent stuff. And now, unfortunately, I don't know if it's just still too early to tell whether he is the cause of some of these issues, or if anything that he's done so far or has been planning since he came in to this position has actually come to fruition yet. But a lot of people are blaming Herman Hulst right now as to one of the reasons this is happening. But let's go through the article and let's just see what's going on here. So, PlayStation has shut down BluePoint Games, the studio behind the remakes of Shadow of the Colossus and Demon's Souls. This comes from Bloomberg. I believe Jason Schreier reported on it. Roughly 70 employees are going to be impacted, which is devastating. And it officially happens next month. Let's see here. PlayStation spokesperson said that BluePoint Games is an incredibly talented team, and their technical expertise has delivered exceptional experiences for the PlayStation community. We thank them for their passion, creativity, and craftsmanship. That's true. They're an incredible studio, and it's super sad that this is happening. It shouldn't be happening, in my opinion. Again, I think they should have either sold them off or something else. Let's see. According to the previous report by Bloomberg, BluePoint was working on a live service God of War game up until January 2025. Then 2025, I mean. Then it got canceled. The studio spent the last year pitching new projects, but ultimately it was shuttered before it could get one moving. That's crazy. You'd think that they would have given them a bit more leeway. The amount of success and money that this studio brought Sony, you'd think they'd give them a chance. It's not I don't think it's their fault the live service game got canceled entirely. It's Sony's fault for getting a company who's never done such a game like that. to then work on one and expect it to just be gold. I'm sorry, but I don't understand that. I really don't understand that mentality. Let's see. BluePoint was founded in 2006 by former Retro Studios employees. Was Retro Studios the company that did Metroid Prime? I might be wrong. And then they proceeded to work on a number of PlayStation games, including several collections of existing games, such as the God of War collection, which I had on PS3. Incredible collection, personally, in my opinion. It's how I got to experience God of War, because I never had a PS2. Metal Gear Solid HD collection. That's how I got to play 2 and 3. I think Peace Walker was on it too. But this was my introduction to after Metal Gear Solid 1 and before Metal Gear Solid 4, because I had not played 2 and 3 before 1 and 4. And then the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection, which is a great collection. I don't think it's on PC. They really should bring that over to PC. Because we got 4 on PC, and what is it, The Lost Legacy? The kind of spin-off. But still, great. It also served as a support studio on ports of games like PlayStation All-Stars, Flower, and Titanfall. Okay, I didn't know they worked on those. I know that they were primarily a support studio, besides a remake/remaster studio. I believe they were working on God of War Ragnarok as well, but we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if they mentioned that down the road. So their claim to fame was its 2018 remake of Shadow of the Colossus, which was great. I'm personally not an enormous fan of Shadow of the Colossus, but it's a good game. I highly recommend playing it if you ever get around to forget the time. On top of that, 2020, it remade Demon's Souls, which again is incredible. An incredible remake. While Demon's Souls itself is not better, in my opinion, than the Dark Souls series or really any of the other series that FromSoft has from a Souls-like perspective or Soulsborne perspective. It was still a really good remake. And someday maybe I'll play that on my channel. Both of which were highly praised by critics and fans. It wasn't until after Demon's Souls that Sony acquired BluePoint in 2021. This is their biggest mistake. They shouldn't have bought them. Or they should have made them do, or got them to do, exactly what they're really good at doing. Just imagine if these guys handled the Bloodborne remake or remaster. It would have printed them so much money. It's mind-blowing that Sony didn't even bother. Under Sony's management, BluePoint did some co-development work on God of War Ragnarok, but otherwise did not release or announce any new games. This is what blows my mind. They did nothing. Nothing else. And this is what happened. It's so sad. Again, BluePoint is a phenomenal studio. It's really sad that this is happening. I hope that these employees, 70, manage to find new homes. I personally look forward to seeing what these guys work on in their other studios, but then again, they could all get thrown into live service crap too. I don't mean to say that all live service is crap, but unfortunately the large majority of it is. In my personal opinion, I do not like most live service games. Most. Some work. But yeah, this is unfortunately the worst. Unfortunately, and also fortunately, the worst news of the week. We've got some more news that we want to get through, as you can probably see in my tabs up top. I just want to say that I wish all the best for the 70 employees that are being impacted here. Roughly 70. I really wish you guys could have worked on something else that you probably really would have wanted to make. I wish you guys could have worked on in whatever it was, whether it was a Bloodborne remake or remaster or something else entirely. I don't care. Whatever they brought out next was probably going to be gold, as long as it's what they wanted to make. But yeah, that's unfortunately the BluePoint news.